Oh man, Rybeck.
What's up?
People are wondering what's up with that jacket, son. Let's just get that out of the way right there. It
Hey,
appears that I left some stuff back.
you leave it at the combine, and I
It
will pick
gets
it up,
got.
dude. There's so much cool stuff in here too. Like, there's like cash checks, and earbuds.
Yeah, I
These are
tend to.
these are good earbuds too. How do you? Oh, they're Android or something like that.
Yeah, dude, those things are great. You can use your Android assistant with it. They're freaking
Yeah,
super clear and they're
and
cheap.
and I think your house keys too.
Yeah, that's my house keys.
Yeah, awesome.
So you better identify yourself, dude.
Yeah.
They know a white guy doesn't live in this house. And my neighbor's a Vietnam vet, so you don't want to mess with that guy. He might have a flashback.
That's
So
right.
no nonsense. Hey, first off, thanks for opening up your room for me, dude.
Oh, no problem. It was a good
Appreciate
time.
it. Yeah, it's big of you guys
I
to step up
it was
last second.
it was our first experience doing the combines, and I think it's a great concept. Um, too bad more people don't do it, but or
Well,
maybe I don't know. Maybe they do, but that Beat the Streets was the same weekend, and I don't know.
yeah, we tried to work with them, and it just didn't work out. They weren't really having it, to be honest. Well, there's a couple things that are kind of working against us. I don't want to get into it too much, but we just have negative people, and when I mean negative people, there's just a couple of people that just unfortunately they were going up to the coaches of the combine, and just like, why are you going there? And they're like, look, I'm just trying to build a relationship with the coaches and stuff like that, and just negative people, but I mean, it's a typical thing. I think girls wrestling is so competitive. People are so competitive that if you try to do anything above the norm, I don't know, they just get negative, and that's kind of what it is. But I think the ideas that you had when we were talking uh, on the next combine, I think is going to make a lot of fun. I know Paul Rademacher is now at Indiana Tech. He wants to come out because he's at a new school. He's got some money. Of course, Brian Jackson from Missouri Baptist. I want to try to talk to Julia Salata. Maybe she wants to come out from King. Um, and then, you know what? Maybe we do a dual tournament or something on one day and an individual tournament on another day and do it over 3 days, like we said, but just have
Yeah,
like another, some live wrestling after each one of them. So the coaches also get to see the kids wrestling live.
compete.
And yeah, and if we do that dual tournament, have all the coaches actually be the coaches of the dual tournament if we can
Yeah,
fill it up. So I'll put package it up all together and stuff like that. So you had some really good ideas, so we're gonna run with those for sure. But yeah, I mean everybody there had a good time. I'm gonna be honest, Shauna Kemp from Jamestown to like surprise me. Kevin we've had before, so I know he's a solid guy. He doesn't like to really go by a typical kind of workout thing. I think he likes to kind of engage the kids a different way, which I think is good for some people. I know some people want structure, um, a little more structure to it, but he seems like he kind of likes to flow, like just flow with the crowd.
yeah.
So that's really cool. Um, Shauna came in, um, and just really, I think she did a good job of conveying the technique to the kids. I think she kind of connected with the girls a little bit differently than I see with some of the male coaches.
Hmm.
So, but she's an accomplished wrestler too. She's been wrestling since forever. She was saying, um,
And she's gonna wrestle the Open. That's gonna be fun.
yeah, that's kind of cool. She put a little kale, I guess, and decided to strap him back up again. She was tough. She was super tough. Um, yeah. So, and my daughter wrestled with her for a year at Lindenwood, and she was just like amazed. She's like, dude, Shauna beat my ass. Like, and Des is a 101 pounder, and Shauna was like 20s, 30s, and she's like, it didn't matter. She didn't care. Like Shauna beat my ass. She's like, she would call me from practice every day. Dude, Shauna just whooped me. Like, she's like, it's not like she just used her muscle either. Like she just like boom, in on my leg, and then she got on top and just squeezed and just. She's like, it wasn't it wasn't fair, but hey, she made her made my daughter better. I'll say that made my daughter
Yeah.
better for sure. So that was good. Um, so that was solid. You didn't get a chance to go, but I went over to Beat the Streets like you said. We tried to work with them. We tried to talk to the organizers. and say, hey, we have kids that want to do both, because we were trying to do our second session late on Saturday, but then they ran their wrestling time like 3 hours from their weigh-in time. So we called, asked if maybe we could do a satellite weigh-in. And shout out to Ray too at South El Monte, because Ray stepped up and was like, dude, you can use my gym, when I let him know what was going on. So South El Monte is a block away. We could have ran a session there and then had all the kids, so it would have been good. So we tried to work with them. Unfortunately, they didn't see it, that they could work it out. Because I offered too, like, look, we can have the weigh-in sheets to you still 30 minutes before your weigh-ins are over. You guys have plenty of time to input them, whatever, but they didn't want any part of it. So I don't know, have to try to work harder to avoid them next year.
I wasn't there, but was it like overwhelmingly huge brackets? People were lined up out the door around the corner, or what?
No, and that's kind of where I was kind of like bummed out, because, you know, it took a while to kind of get through the brackets, but you're doing all ages, and I get it. They kept things moving as best they could. It was fine. But no, the brackets weren't super huge. Like, I had a couple girls that only had 3 girls in their weight, and they wrestled. There was like a 4-hour gap between their matches. And it was kind of like, what? Like, this took a while. One girl like left the tournament, was happy to take 3rd out of 3, because she had a really tough three-person pool, but they didn't want to kick her out, so they were just like, she didn't tell them that she left, so they just like kept bringing it around. Yeah, just no, not even forfeiting, just bringing it around. Like, okay, well, we'll wait a little bit and we'll call it again. Wait a little bit and call it again, and then finally they asked like, what happened? They're like, oh, we didn't want to disqualify her. It's like, oh man. So they're trying to do the right thing, but still, it's like, gosh darn it. So that drug on for a little bit. Some good matchups though. Saw Charlotte Kamujian from
Manachi.
Manachi. She wrestled Katie Gomez. That was a good match. 3-3 at the end of 1, I think. Charlotte was up 3-0, and then Katie came back, tied it. And then in Katie fashion, as the match drags on, she just starts to pick it up. So, you know who I was surprised I didn't see there? Aaliyah Rollins. Didn't see her there. Because even Jersey was there. So that was interesting. I thought she was back in Colorado, but I guess not. So yeah, Birmingham's girls were there. I know Birmingham had their thing going on too. So that was cool.
I saw Jersey hit a couple sick 5s there. And it's almost unfair. You almost feel bad for those poor girls that she's just so much like, such a level above them. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's horrible. But no, it was sweet throw, but I'm just saying, oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I'm hoping she's like literally whispering in their ear, like, tuck your chin.
Yeah, exactly. Tuck your chin and don't post your arms, please.
Yeah, arms in, chin down. Here we go. She's got him up with one hand and pushing the head down with the other. Just guiding him like you would your little sister. So yeah, that was tough. Dude, I tell my girls, like, don't be letting your weight get out of control, especially because you want to start. You don't want to wrestle big girls. Now Jernigan ran into a buzzsaw in the finals. Savannah Gomez. Woo! See, she tossed her up twice to her back.
She's an 8th grader too, huh?
Yeah. I know. I heard from some people that like Ty Mercury's investing some change into her, and it shows. Like, she's really good. So that girl's really tough. I think she comes from Brawley or something like that.
Yeah, she's down border.
Yeah. And they got, dude, that area, it's where Caldera's from, Imperial Valley, stuff like that. They got wrestlers down there, man. I thought Mexicans were just boxers who didn't know how to quit. No, man, they got some scrappers down there.
They've always had some tough boys down there, too. Like, whatever kids club, if it's associated with Brawley High School, they've always got some tough boys coming through there every couple of years, usually little ones, too.
Yeah. So, but she's the real deal. That girl's really tough. It's going to be interesting where she falls through. With Freitas and Drury, and where she finds out, because she's not a fat girl either. She doesn't have like that extra weight on her that you see some girls got. Like, she doesn't have it. She's pretty lean. So, but she's impressive for sure.
She could be making some noise next year, huh?
Yeah, she could for
I
sure.
guess she's the first one I've heard. Last year we had what 7 of them or 6 of Fab freshmen that we're hearing about: Soto, Freitas, Amit.
Yeah.
Who else? A couple others that were just like, oh my gosh, these girls are coming in. Gaetan,
Yeah.
and the Buchanan girl, Cristal
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Chris Rodriguez.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man, these are coming. These freshmen are coming. These freshmen are coming. And this year is kind of like I haven't heard anybody yet, but this is the first one that I mean I knew about her, but
Yeah.
now we're okay. We got a legit one coming in, beating tough
Yeah.
state placers as an 8th grader.
Yeah.
That's always a good sign.
For sure. Yeah, she looked really good. And I think she said it was her first freestyle tournament. I was looking at her Instagram. But yeah, she did. She looked great. Looked really good. Real tough. So yeah, so it was good. Um, but like I said, it dragged a little bit, but it was fine. Whatever. It's a growing event. They used the lanyards from their VIP event for the coaches. That was our way to get in and out of the coaching area. But they're pretty liberal with stuff too. They're pretty laid back about stuff. They just ask you to take a knee if you're in the center thing. They do a good job overall, but just a little disappointing that we couldn't work something out with them.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it was fine. World Challenge this weekend too, right?
No, Reno Worlds, yeah.
Reno Worlds.
Yeah, there's so many so many world tournaments. You never know which one is going this weekend.
Well,
which
why, right? You know why, right? Because the freaking national tournament every freaking 3 days in this.
I know.
Oh my god, everything's a national. I'm like, good lord.
And with the boys, it's even worse. There's one for like 5 weekends in a row.
Oh
I mean, you go
god.
national, world. Okay, you got Reno World. Then you got national. I don't know. Universe maybe next or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be Milky Way.
Yeah. Well, that's what they got a boys JV tournament or Frosh Soft tournament called 6 Planets. Like after,
Yeah. So yeah. I so badly don't want to call any of my tournaments nationals, even though we've had girls from Alaska, girls from Arizona, girls from Utah, but yeah, I see some of these things. And I'm like, that's not a national. I don't know what to say. I don't know. What do you think about? Did you look at the brackets at all from Reno this weekend?
Yeah, I skimmed through them, and it was
not very big, huh?
I only looked at the girls. Boys usually have 300 guys, but it's folk style. In a bracket, like I'm sure they had over 3,000 kids there, like they do every year.
Yeah.
But girls, like, I don't know. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3. 3 of the brackets in 18 and under had more than 8 girls. The rest had less than 8 and 3 round robins.
Yeah, the round robins are usually just 3, right? Not even 4.
Yeah, 2 or 3. And it looked like the competition for the most part was down at 15 and under, which they had some decent sized brackets, but not gigantic. I don't know. It's folk style. It's already late. I mean,
April.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, like Freestyle State's this week. So unless you live in Sacramento, which is only a 2-hour drive, you live somewhere in Nevada, like it's kind of, I don't know, not a wise decision, I guess, to go there. It looks like a couple of people had some good matches. Freitas ran through everybody. She ran through her round robin, which people are. It was a tough thing for anybody at 132 or 43. You either dodge Bowman or Freitas. Which is a rough road to travel. But Freitas ran through hers. Bowman ran through hers. I don't know. The girl that she wrestled is a good girl too. Cheyenne wrestled that girl from Victory in Washington. That girl's legit.
Valerie.
Yeah, that girl's legit. And Cheyenne put it on her.
Yeah, no, she really about Torres. She hit her with 2 left-handed high C's, just boom, real quick, and turned that corner real fast, and then she was everything you expect Cheyenne to be on top. I mean, she was literally just horsed her, pulling that wrist, just flipping her over. I was like, oh, okay. But that girl's tough too. That girl's really good. But then as soon as Bowman wins, you start hearing people chirping about, oh, this person could beat her, this person could beat her. As far as I remember, you were giving people the opportunity to come and, stake their claim.
Yeah.
And nobody answered that call. We tried making that match happen with a couple of different people, and nobody wanted that kind of smoke.
Nope. Everyone wants to talk about it, but they don't want to do it. So,
yeah.
Next year I'll talk to Camilo and nail it down. As soon as I get my tournament date nailed down, I'll declare what weight she's gonna go early. If anybody wants any of that smoke.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I
don't think it's gonna happen on the West Coast. That's for sure.
Like even Scott Green, you're listening. Every once in a while, you listen. Bring out Wyoming Seminary. Tell them they can't lock hands for a tournament, and let's wrestle.
Yeah, that would be nice. Not be mad about that at all. So they got a lot of girls there. So yeah, that would be really fun. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of on the boys' side, they're trying to make a lot of matchups happen. But on the girls' side, it just seems like they're not as game, which is kind of sad. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But man, I'm curious what freestyle clubs there are coming out for this weekend at State though. This Titan Mercury's got some hammers. I'll be honest with you. They got some hammers. So, and then Mario came down for the first time in the history of his natural born life.
Yeah, he got a brand new like 38 passenger bus, but he didn't bring that. So
I don't think he's got a license for it yet. So
or a parking spot.
His wife just better hope that Jeff Estrada doesn't get a motorcycle, because I'm pretty sure Mario will get one of those next.
Yeah.
It just seems like what Jeff does, Mario's right behind it. So, Jeff, if you're a good friend of Mario, don't get a motorcycle. That's what I'm going to say.
Or just borrow one and say you bought it and then make him buy
it. Just to watch Mario buy it.
Yeah.
If you see a video of Jeff on a hoverboard, you can bet you'll see Mario at a seating meeting with a neck brace on. So
wait, he's not a coach. He can't go to the seating meetings.
Oh, Mario, yes, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that.
He's just a dad now, he says.
No, he's a towel boy at the table, remember?
Oh, a towel tapper. Is that what you call him?
It's like, yeah. He was saying he didn't know I was still coaching. I said, you were working the table. When my girl was placing in state, son. Forget, you're just a towel tapper. That's he takes a lot of girls' places. He's more of a travel agent than a towel tapper. Actually, his daughter pinned my sister this weekend. Is kind of a good match. Yeah, the younger one. Yeah, so my sister's wrestling her, and we took her down a couple times, and then my sister's the second period. She takes my sister down, and I don't know, for those of you who haven't seen Mario's daughter, she's really, despite her father, she's really tall. So she just she just like whoop, and my sister's built like a Ramos, and so she's just that's all you saw, and so she got cradled up, and I don't think she'd ever been cradled up like that before.
Both his daughters won the tournament at the same tournament. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I know Mario was pretty pumped about it. So that was cool to see them come down. I gave away the house this weekend. I literally I gave away a lot of stuff, but I didn't know Mario was going to be selling things, and so I was like, oh, I don't want to upset anybody, but I had extra stuff to give away, so I just gave it away. So that was there. The Simpson coach came down for the combine. A younger cat, super cool. Lion came down um, Kevin managed a good thing, and then Shauna came down. So thank you to them for coming up also. Um, I don't know. Do you think Freestyle State is in a good time of the year though?
No, I
I
think
think
it's
it'd be
too early.
better.
I think it's too early, way too early, especially for being a Fargo qualifier that's 2-3 months away.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, I think that's tough because then you got girls that got to maintain their weight, and you hear the typical saying like no changing weights.
yeah. Well,
You know,
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's awkward. What do you think about? I don't know if we talked about this. Maybe it was just us talking in our group chat. What do you think about when? Let me use Freitas as an example. That
okay.
could win cadet and juniors. So what do you think about Freitas goes and wins 143 if that's the girls' weight class about there
Mm-hmm.
at cadet freestyle? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now she goes and wins 43 juniors. I'm not saying she shouldn't wrestle. I think
Yeah.
the more matches you get at the weekend, that's better. Her whole coach's goals and everything should be to get as many matches, beat as many tough people as possible. But you're only
Yeah.
taking top three. Like, what if you lose in the semis to Freitas,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe you come back and you lose a tough match to somebody she beat earlier?
Yeah.
For third, fourth. Now you're fourth. I know
Yeah.
you could petition. I don't know. Like, what do you think about
It just
stud cadets taking? I'm literally taking a spot from a
yeah.
junior, and I never thought about it before. And somebody asked me the question, and I was like, oh, I never thought about that. But
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point. It's good something to bring up. I think that honestly, it should be an automatic. That fourth place person should just take the spot. They're obviously quality, and especially in a situation. Let's take 106. You got Gaitan. You got um uh who's she beat in the
Cristal,
finals? Cristal. You got oh sorry, they're 101 and 106. But um but I mean those weight classes could jump up. Like Genesis, Corte, you got Martinez,
Haley Ward,
Haley
Martinez,
Ward. Like that's a stacked weight class.
Lizette Rodriguez. You got 5, 6 girls that could all go place at Fargo.
Yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't we take that fourth place? Why make them jump through a hoop and go through a process? Why not just say, look, okay, fourth place person, you're in, and keep it rolling because that weight class is that deep. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, this seems like I don't know, just an unnecessary process. And another thing too is like when you leave it up to anytime it's something's not uniform and set in stone, you leave it open to people speculating whether or not favoritism is going on and stuff like that. And that's the one thing I feel like has plagued California for a long time. And certain people just refuse to listen when you suggest to them that, look, the more play that you have in there, the more people can say that favoritism is going on, the harder it is to unify everybody and get everybody together. Why not just make it a standard thing? Fourth place person, if there's a cadet that wins both, that fourth place person is automatic, fill the spot, and then keep moving forward. I think
Yeah.
it'd be a good thing.
Well, one
Another
good
good.
thing that I do like is they are now giving away the form for the petition form
Yeah.
to all the medalists. That's a good
Mm,
practice that they're doing.
yeah.
That you know what I mean. You're telling these girls right away, like, hey, put your petition form in. Just because you
Yeah.
got fourth or fifth or whatever, there
Yeah.
might be an open spot. People may not want to go. They might get
Yeah.
hurt, whatnot.
Yeah. A lot of things could happen, in a really short period of time.
In
So,
or in 3 month period that is
yeah.
between Freestyle State and
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 Fargo.
and I think that's we I don't know if this is the answer or not, but a lot of boys aren't going. Well, our best boys either went to NHCSA's, Iowa Folk Style Nationals, you know, or they're gonna go to Flow Nats in a few weeks. Are they gonna go to Fresno? I don't know. What if it was a little later for them too,
Yeah.
and we could send our best boys? I mean, we get rolled up
Yeah.
when we shouldn't. We should be competitive with. We have a talent pool pretty darn deep, just like our girls is pretty darn deep. We should be doing everything we can to send these best representation from California and represent like we should.
Okay, you're as big a wrestling junkie as I am, and isn't it a little embarrassing when you start looking at like number of All Americans?
Oh
And you
yeah,
used to see California like bam up top or close to the top,
three,
and
three
now it's
this
like,
year. 3 this year is all we had, and we
that's
had
terrible.
we had four, but that Cal Poly guy was from he's a New York boy, so
Yeah, it's just bad. Or even at NHACA's, like it's not very many,
yeah. Well,
and
we had quite a few at Folk Style Nationals, Iowa, because Team California actually took a team. The boys coaching
uh,
actually took a team,
okay,
like Munoz and Munoz went to Flow Nationals. I don't know. Christian Holiday, I know. Coach Holiday took. He was one of the representatives, but they took 30, 40 kids. There, Blair Green, who's the USA Wrestling or USA Grappling. He's on the board of directors for USA Wrestling. He's a USA Wrestling representative for grappling or something like that.
yeah,
He's California a couple times state champ. Big into freestyle Greco. He took. He was one of the, I guess, leaders, whatever. They actually made a concerted effort to get those kids out there, and we had probably 15, 20 placers, if I could, off the top of my head.
yeah. No, that's well, good. I'm glad we finally started waking up and doing that because it is a little embarrassing to just kind of just keep
But
scrolling
I
down.
think I think because that's a USA Wrestling event, that's why they really wanted to support it, and
Yeah,
hopefully you get that same core group of kids to make an effort to go qualify for Fargo. I think that's
mm,
their goal. You got 50, 60 kids going to there. Maybe we'll get 40 and 20 new kids, you know, to go to Fargo.
yeah,
We should be getting those kids, especially freestyle. I mean, Greco, it is what it is. Those kids are going to be, the good ones are going to be good at Greco, and the other ones are, um, they don't know how to coach Greco, so they're not doing it.
yeah. No, that's. How do you think that, aren't they supposed to have the girls Greco going this year too?
Yeah,
This
but
weekend?
it's at the same, no, not this weekend. It's the same weekend as boys Greco when kids freestyle is. See, there's like a big lull of, 4 weeks or something like that. They run boys Greco and kids freestyle opposite, which they should wrestle. Kids freestyle, well, they shouldn't even do it this early anyway. They should just move it out 2 weeks, something,
Yeah,
or make it a 4-day event and do freestyle and Greco at the same thing, and then or do high school age one weekend and then the other weekend do kids.
yeah,
They'll
yeah,
pay the money to do both styles. It's not shoot. Well, we did
yeah,
freestyle and Greco every tournament we ever went to,
yeah,
if it was there.
yeah. It's just that's going to be tough. But I mean, I feel like poor coaches that are running kids programs plus their high school programs. You're in Fresno every single weekend.
Well, and Estrada was complaining about it. Jeff was,
Uh-huh.
like he does a lot of things, but he has a lot of legitimate points too.
Yeah.
He's running a bunch of kids
Mhm.
that are, and you got kids practicing Greco right now, trying
Yeah.
to get kids ready for Greco State, and then high school kids ready for Freestyle State, right off of Folk Style last week. You know,
Yeah.
they wrestling folk style up until last week.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
yeah, I think it's a
I'll have
problem.
a, I'll have a, not that they're gonna listen, but I'll talk. They can choose to listen or not, but I'm gonna give them an opinion on what I think about that. Whether
Yeah.
they won't listen, they'll just say okay. You know,
Yeah.
but
But they're the show. They're the show in the town. So what are you gonna do?
yeah, I just think just for the betterment of the representation of the state. That's all. It's
Yeah.
nothing. Like so many times people take things personally that they're getting attacked or anything. It's not. It's not about attacking anybody. It's about what can we do better for the state. What can we? How can we represent the state? Let's be the best state like we are. Let's show
Yeah.
it. Let's send every state champ. In my opinion, every state champ, boy or girl, should get a free trip.
Yep. I agree with
Called
you on that.
they should get a free trip. And I'm talking
Yeah.
free. I'm talking folk style state champ, and then every freestyle state champ, what they get half off maybe. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
every freestyle, and then placers don't get anything. But if you're an All-American, you get a returning champ gets it free the following year. A returning All-American gets a $500 credit.
Yeah.
But you can only use it
For the style.
for the style. But I heard some people got to switch it or transfer
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
Something like that.
it was half price, but it wasn't half price of Fargo because that's a much greater price. You know, it was half
Yeah.
price of the folks, the lesser one, equal or less of value. You know, to read the
Yeah.
little details on the coupon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That, and you don't know a lot of this stuff until it's far too late.
Yeah.
It's like, dang. Okay. Well, you didn't know. And then if you already paid, oh well, we'll give you a credit.
Yeah.
All right. Guess you'll never
That,
get it. Now, if you're a senior, oh well.
that's the hardest thing in anything in life, right? Is to get a refund.
Oh yeah.
You know, don't overpay your credit card company because they ain't giving it back.
No, that doesn't go. That goes one way.
Yeah.
That's
So with all these national tournaments let's just talk about the girl side.
uh-huh.
What's the top ones? What's the ones that coaches are looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
Okay.
UWW World Team Trials, Fargo, Oklahoma Folk Style, NHCSA Folk Style. And I know that's new, but what
Mm-hmm.
maybe parents, coaches don't know where to send their kids. What are they going to spend their money on? Maybe they have enough money to send them to all of them. I don't know. But order of importance for you, go.
Pocatello.
Oh,
Just kidding.
I didn't even
Just
think.
kidding.
You know what?
That's regional.
Let's add regional
Mm-hmm.
of Pocatello and Vegas.
Okay. Um, with the addition of Virginia, that picks up Vegas and Pocatello off the bottom. The two heavy hitters that are just going to be that way is going to be UWW World Team Trials and Fargo.
Any order?
Um,
And does cost play a role in
always,
what you
always,
think
because
is
I
more
don't
important?
like no, not in terms of what's important, just what's plausible for people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm more impressed with somebody who wins UWW World Team Trials over somebody who wins Fargo. But
And a lot of times it's the same person.
yeah, it is. But I mean, Fargo's big. Fargo's still Fargo. I mean, you and I talked about it. Body bar is still what people know the UWW World Team Qualifier as. It's still known as body bar to a lot of people, but it's not body bar. It hasn't been body bar for years.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's
they
how
went out of
Fargo is
business.
too.
They went out of business in like 2000 and I don't know, 15 or
One,
16 or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So
I remember
you
I
know,
remember seeing Trisha Saunders doing those ads for Body Bar.
yeah.
I never even understood that thing. It's a stick
It's a
with some
barbell. It's
weights
a
on it.
stick. It's a weight.
Yeah,
It's a weight stick. Is all it was. But
it's a padded stick with some weight in it.
yeah, it's like okay. So, but yeah, I mean, you can never move Fargo from Fargo because the name is just Fargo. That's it. It was
Yeah.
something else before that, and it didn't stick like the way Fargo sticks.
And to
And
let people understand, Fargo is for cadets and juniors, which is USA Wrestling Cadets and Juniors, which is generally 16 or 15 and 16-year olds as cadets, and then 17, 18. I guess if you're still in high school, you can be 19 or no. I don't know. I think you could be a 3-year junior, but only if
yeah,
you're in high school.
yeah,
So somewhere in that, so that's that. But then UWW is actually a year older in everything. So you can be 15 to 17 in
yeah,
UWW cadets, and it's 18, 19, 20. I think you're going to be 21 in
yeah.
certain birthdays
Certain
for
birthdays, yeah,
UWW. You could be for juniors, so that makes you literally a college sophomore, junior, possibly if you're a young one.
yeah,
You could be competing against a high school for sophomore with that's the right like you could a redshirt freshman even could be competing with the medical clearance, can be competing against the college sophomore.
yeah,
So it's a little different level of competition, you know.
yeah. I mean, Texas is going to have more quality, smaller brackets. Fargo is going to be monster brackets, which separates the quality until the later rounds. So, but I know California lost the title because they gave it to Texas. But when my daughter was going to Fargo, dude, there was a rivalry between Texas and California. It was nasty too. Those teams did not like each other. So I kind of like that.
Makes it
You
interesting.
know, yeah, puts a little bit more on the table when they wrestle each other. Every match they wrestle each other like matters.
Yeah.
So
And I got a little backstory into what happened. I guess USA Wrestling made the travel arrangements quite a long time ago, and then Nationals changed the format a little bit. They did like some pool wrestling first instead of brackets, and it just turned into, by the time like the Northern California team had to go, like their plane was left at 5 something, and they needed to leave at by whatever 3:30 to make that. They tried to stick around as long as they could, and they tried to actually go change the flight,
yeah,
but they would have had to like send half the girls home with a couple of the coaches and leave the other half, and they didn't want to do that for just people having issues with it,
yeah,
because they already had itineraries and everything. Parents were planning on picking kids up, and so that's what happened. It's unfortunate. I don't know. I was going to say how I don't know how much longer the duels will happen, but I think that's a big moneymaker for the venue there in Oklahoma,
yeah,
especially since they lost the college side of things. Now that's going to be um, at Texas, where
yeah. That's excellent.
World Team Trials. So I guess that'll be U23 or university. I don't know what they're calling
Yes,
that.
yeah. I think it's university.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be kind of hard not to see those at the same spot. I'm used to seeing that. It was always nice to see
Yeah.
my girls wrestling in the same building.
Which is weird in Texas. The Texas State tournament, freestyle tournament, is at the same venue as World Team Trials.
Yeah,
Next door in the same,
yeah.
like convention hall. There's a little
Convention
partition.
hall. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So I guess you can petition in, if you're one of the top girls in Texas or boys, or not girls, but if you're one of the top girls, you can petition in to Team Texas or something like that, because you're missing out on your literally your
Yeah,
qualifying
the qualifier.
process,
Yep.
which it's all run by Texas USA Wrestling, so
They
it's a
make it
little
work
different.
somehow.
Yeah, I mean Texas has always had some tough girls and still continue to.
Nope, for sure. Um, we really need to get on a shirt design. I
Yeah,
I like am surprised how many people come up to us and just hit us up randomly. And I'm like, okay, I think we should probably take this a little more serious.
yeah, I know.
Because and or if we miss a podcast, like we'll get a message.
Yeah,
When's the
like
next
what the
podcast?
heck? What the
Yeah.
heck?
So that's gonna be fun.
What
Um,
started off as 5 guys just messing around, talking crap,
yeah,
it turned into 2 with some guests.
yeah, yeah. So we'll start looking at those after this qualifier tournament this weekend. We'll start looking at it. Um, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for this weekend.
Hey, speaking of all the nationals and all the money grabs, what do you think about paying for challenges?
You know
So
what?
at NHCSA Boys, it's $100 to do a video review.
Well,
Like,
we ran into that last year with Anya when she wrestled Boyd, and there was a college coach there that was from California that kind of got on my nerves because he was helping them. And I'm thinking in my head, like, dude, you're a California guy. How dare you? Disrespectful. But
where was this? Where was it?
at UWW at Texas,
That
and it was $100.
you have to pay for a
Yeah,
challenge there. That's freestyle.
yeah,
You throw a block.
$100. No, you get your challenge, but if you want a video review in the back, it's $100. So you can write a formal challenge and pay $100, and then
And
they go to the back.
if you win, do you get your money back?
Yes.
So
So actually,
it's $100 incentive for them to not change their mind. Think about that.
basically, Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's how it
I mean,
is. Yeah, you're
I
right.
mean, I mean,
Because
can
they
you
lost the
imagine?
challenge.
Can you imagine at the U.S. Open? Kale pulling out $100 challenging for David Taylor.
Yeah,
Not
it
that
never happened.
not the
How
Nittany
dare you?
Lion, not the Nittany
Yeah,
Lion Club doesn't have the
because
money,
at the money, yeah, that report
but
was crazy. Yeah, no, no,
I'm
that
just saying,
you're
like,
right. Yeah, you're right. Like, what's the incentive for me? Like, you're not gonna want this $100 back. Tell you what, I'll pay you $200. You go my way.
yeah,
Like
what are we
it goes
turning
that
into
way.
Russia? We're turning into
Yeah,
Russia or what?
exactly, exactly. So yeah, you pay for it, but I get it. It keeps people from the frivolous challenges, but because the video review is free, like you can challenge, they'll review the video,
Only after
give you
up to the only after the semis or something though.
after the quarters. Yeah, after the quarters, you can.
After the quarters, because
Yeah,
in Fargo it's the whole time. Everything is
really.
challengeable. Yeah, everything was challengeable. Because I think it
Dang.
was Michaela. Well, I don't think she was in the quarters yet, but it was her third round
Uh huh.
match.
Yeah.
Jimmy threw that block so quick, boom, won the challenge. And it was a 6 point swing in that challenge. They went
Yeah.
two for her, and it ended up being four for us, and it was a
Yeah.
big difference. It was a difference
Yeah.
maker. I mean, as a coach, like let alone a parent, you're not going to get that money out of your pocket quick enough. But as a
Yeah.
coach, you got 20 girls there. You're
Yeah.
gonna shell out $2,000.
Oof. Yeah. That's each girl has an envelope. Like, use it
Yeah,
wisely.
there's your challenge envelope. You can either eat or get a challenge, your
Yeah.
choice.
You can sleep in the hotel or get a challenge. What do you want? Like, you only get one. So yeah, but yeah, I think it cuts down on the BS, but at the same time too, you're right. Like there's an incentive for them not to change their mind. They keep your money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but Reno Worlds is $100. Period.
Dang.
You want a video review? It's $100.
Yeah, I heard some girl.
And
What is it?
NHCSA $100.
Ooh, yeah. No, I better be
No,
real sure, dude. There better be something on the line. There better be
yeah,
something real on the line if I'm putting $100 on the ground.
but then again, you already paid almost $100 for entry fee.
Oh.
You paid for a
Plus the
coaching
extra.
pass. You paid for a coaching pass. Not even a coach's card gets you in. You have to join their association, or you get a coach's pass for $50 or something, $60.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a money laundering scheme. Not laundering.
Every, yeah, everything is. No, because they're up front. They tell you what they're doing to you before they do it. You can't complain
Yeah.
about it afterward. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's part of the game. So have that money ready as fast as possible. See how it goes. But I better have some this weekend. That's for sure.
All in singles.
Yeah, just blow it on Jim Thrall. Jim, and he had a question. There we go. Or like never gold dust of WWE.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw gold coins. I look like a leprechaun out there. Or
Well, that's
Mario will
like
with his green. Mario with his green.
at state, I asked Dwayne Morgan, why don't we go to video review, right? We have the capability. It's all on track or flow or whoever's doing it. He
Yeah.
said it will never happen. And I said, why? And I said, so you're telling me more efficient is to get a committee of, that's what I told him, a committee of 4 to 5 old guys that are going to listen to what the ref saw and then make a decision on it, a protest, and hold up a match for 30 minutes? You're holding up a mat for 30 minutes for this protest review bunch of old guys to talk about it and listen to what the ref thinks he saw versus hard concrete evidence of a video. Well, we don't do video review in any other high school sport. And I'm pretty sure football will be happening pretty quick.
Yeah.
As
Why do you
soon
have to
as,
wait for somebody else? Why not be an innovator?
yeah.
That's wrestling's problem. Wrestling's problem. It's the same thing that I'm saying right now, okay? I do not care that Burrow's going to wrestle Askren. Like in the sense that like I care because I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm not looking forward to shelling out extra money to see that.
No, I don't think you're going to have to shell out any money. Askren's donating his back to Beat the Streets. I don't know if Burroughs is. Whatever money he was going to get to show up, he's donating it back to Beat the Streets. But he's going to win anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Got your mind, son. You're crazy.
I mean, you have such a short memory. I mean, your
What do you
memory
know?
your memory doesn't
No,
go back
I
to that he beat a
listen.
world champ. That he's
Beating a world champ and being a world champ are two entirely different things. My daughter beat a Fargo national champ. She was never a Fargo national champ. There's a light and day there. So I understand the reality of things. And another thing too, I get up every day, dude. I feel my body. Time sucks. And Askren is older than Burroughs.
he's only
Well
4 years
past it.
older. He's only 4 years older than Burroughs.
In elite wrestling status, that is a freaking century, dude. And
He's still in his prime. He's still gonna be the champ of the UFC pretty soon.
Dude,
as soon as Khabib gets off his suspension.
Hey, my daughter gave you on the top of her head, gave you the best argument possible. Do you think that Ben Askren can out scramble Frank Chamizo?
In folk style, heck yeah. Come on.
In general, dude. Folk style scrambling is easier than freestyle scrambling. Change my mind.
If those two had a little scramble, Askren would make him his little bitch.
You think so? And you think in freestyle he could out scramble Frank Chamizo?
Yes,
I'm going to be honest. I would be more interested in seeing Chamizo wrestle Askren than I am with Burroughs, because this is where you have a Zahid Valencia, Mark Hall, and
it's going to be boring.
Burroughs. It's that the way Zahid beats Mark Hall is that Zahid finishes his takedowns quickly and he stays low. The way that Mark Hall beats everybody else is that they come up out of their shots, and that's when he counters them. And it's not going to work for Askren. That's why I would be more interested in seeing Ben Askren wrestle Frank Chamizo than I am seeing Ben Askren wrestle Jordan Burroughs. Okay.
We'll put some side money on it now. What do you think about Pico?
You're holding it right now. You're holding it right now. So definitely, you got my side money in your pocket of your jacket.
I can't cash the
check. Can't cash that check. Pico versus. I don't think Pico's coming. I would be more interested in seeing Cejudo wrestle anybody. I don't care. Like Cejudo, people forget. Oh, it was Ramos. Cejudo won a fight, broke his foot, and wrestled Tony Ramos on a broken foot, and still almost beat him. Being off for 8 years. Off for 8 years. Okay? Like, out with somebody who's actually been doing it. Like, that's pretty freaking impressive. And it was a high-scoring match.
Cejudo and Askren were on that same Olympic team, right? Mm-hmm. 2000.
But
Cormier was on that same Olympic team.
How old was Cejudo?
Cejudo was young.
Yeah,
Askren was out of college. Cejudo was 18, 19.
Yeah.
But that would be, hey, that's a good idea. Beat the Street should have done it. They should have thought about this. They should have had that Olympic team. Cormier, everybody. They could have sold out Madison Square Garden with Beat the Streets.
Dude, could you imagine the UFC fans on one side, the wrestling fans on the other side? Both fans of UFC. It doesn't really matter. You probably could have got Fox to put some money in on it, or ESPN to put some money on it. That would have been an ESPN like number one, like prime ticket right there. Probably would have been on ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus for $50.
This is the problem Beat the Streets has, is that their marketing people aren't calling us. I'm telling you right now, we could improve their product.
So, Mike Novogratz, Andy Barth, if you're listening, give us a call. We'll help you out for free. We won't even charge you for all these consulting fees you're paying to these people. We won't even charge you.
Yeah, I mean, what's it hurt, right? Maybe just some dinners, couple dinners, and some free travel and event, entry. Be fine.
Hey, just Bitcoin. Novogratz is a big Bitcoin guy.
Bitcoin guy. I'm good with Bitcoin. And I don't want to sit with the commoners either. I want to be in an area with dark glass. Nobody knows we're in there. Just that's it. Just wave my hand. And all challenges come through us. We get to decide.
We'll just do play-by-play color commentary. Really bad
job. No. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. I want any challenge that they have in a match comes to us, and we decide. And it's just a straight thumb out of the tinted window.
They got to put their $100 up first, though.
It shoots to us in one of those old bank teller
Yeah,
tubes.
the bank,
It shoots to us.
like at Home Depot.
Yeah, just shoots. And then we just decide on our own. And it's just a thumb. We literally have a wristband on our wrist, and it's just a thumb, whether it's or no. That's it. So I mean, we don't talk to common folks.
Yeah.
That's it. And we get. So I think that would be more entertaining at all. And we won't have gout like Willie,
Oh
so
my gosh.
so we
Well,
can walk around.
he's such a fine specimen of human health. Every time I watch the podcast, like on YouTube, because sometimes I'll watch it when it's live. I'm driving because it hasn't been published yet because I want to
Yeah.
hear the dirt first.
On Twitter. Yeah, on Twitter.
Like, yeah, on Twitter, or I'll just watch it on YouTube. And dude, the close up of him like this, like it's like you can't see because of
like
a
a
beard,
double
but
chin.
it's like a
Yeah,
triple chin, and it looks like his skin's about to explode. I mean, can you imagine what his foot is doing? All swollen up, like it's like his chin. Yeah, I heard a funny thing the other day, and I don't even remember what it was on. It definitely wasn't on Flow. Who would win in a wrestling match? Okay. Kale Sanderson's chin or Ben Askren's chin?
Ooh, dare you? And one is bald, and the other one just got a fro.
But just the chin. No, just the chin.
Just the chin.
Think about the side profile of both of them. And look, next time you see him, it's going to be like, boom.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like Ben has this aesthetically lanky, and Kale's is just chiseled and just, I don't know. It's basically like, it's more like in terms of a match, it's like a Mark Branch versus like a, I don't know, a Brandon Eggum, chin, like that, just solid, What was wrong with those Minnesota guys at that era? They were so ripped, dude. Can you name another team with just the most ripped guys in the world? That Minnesota team? My gosh.
No, but Eggum lost like 2 times to Kale.
Kale folded him like a chair his freshman
almost
year.
Almost beat him last time. Yeah, I mean, dude, he might have lost more than that. I'm just saying, just NCAA finals.
Yeah, folded him like a chair, though. It was like, when he hit an ankle pick on him, and I was like, how did that skinny kid do that? It was amazing. I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyhow. Alrighty, we're going off on tangents here. But, all right. Yeah, no, we go with, if people knew the things we actually talked about off there, it'd probably get more listeners, actually. But anyhow.
Yeah. We'll do it after the show.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, we have to do that because we might increase the number of listeners, but we might also increase the number of ass beatings.
Yeah, no, not ass beatings, just people.
Hurt
people feelings.
Hurt
feelings.
We should just have a tissue box, the snowflake tissue box.
The sensitivity crew. Just because we say how it is.
Just have the meter on the side. It's like when we're redlining. Yeah. People can't take criticism. Even in a
this weekend, you're going to be there this weekend, I'm assuming. Are you going up Saturday morning?
Yep.
And then you're driving back. No, you're not driving back from Fresno. It's a 4.5-hour drive. Just get a hotel, please.
I'll stay this time. The girls got their room already. I already got the girls their room. My daughter's going to be there with them. I can't tell you dude, how freaking happy I am to have my daughter with me. Like, it just makes everything so much easier. She takes care of a lot of stuff. She runs half the practices. She's doing all the paperwork and stuff like that. The girls, all of our girls with their scholarship offers, like my daughter's got a spreadsheet. Like literally, it's got each girl, each offer they have, how much out of pocket. Like she's doing a great job. I'm super proud of my kid.
So
that NBA is going to work.
We're going back to actually girls wrestling now. Did you submit your roster yet?
No, it's not due till Wednesday.
So all these coaches out there that say they don't know. If you ever tell me you don't know, we're going to say you should have listened to the podcast because we're telling you, submit your roster. Don't, like I'm telling you, 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, we beat Selma in team points, but we didn't submit a roster. Our club, our high school, we brought a bunch of kids. We had some hammers, and then we had kids do better than expected. some placers that we weren't really expecting. And we actually beat Selma. And we didn't submit our roster, and they won it. So just a word to the wise, like, submit your roster. Whether you think you can or not, it's free. It doesn't cost anything.
It's due by
Submit it.
Wednesday. Have it in by Monday.
Don't let the same teams win every year because they just submitted a roster.
Well, that's my understanding. Before we won it, the same team was winning because nobody else was turning in a roster. But the sad part is, though, is that where is that written? Like,
I don't know. I gotta look at it's on the website somewhere. California USA Wrestling, buried in, I don't know.
Yeah,
buried in the 7 other.
It's on the actual website,
pages.
whereas all the other information is on a PDF.
Yeah.
It's probably on there. We're just being jerks, but yeah.
And
Submit your roster.
And submit it to Lori, right?
Lori and Rob Valario.
Yes.
Rob is the one that needs to have it. I understand.
And never just send it to one person. Copy it.
Yeah.
Copy the person. Copy yourself on it, so you can say, "Hey, I sent it to you." Whether you open it or not, it's a busy. I mean, running a tournament, you get busy, you get distracted, you forget to open something. Maybe it goes to your junk. I don't know, but. Yeah. Send it to yourself, and if you think you're in the race, then say, "Where's my team points?" And I think it's stupid. We've talked about it. They don't just automatically keep team points anyway for every team that enters. But whatever. That's a different Oprah. That's a different process.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what Valdivia just mentioned me in a comment right now during the podcast. He's good at that crap.
Oh yeah, did
he mention you in a comment?
Let me check here. Hang on. As soon as you said, yeah, he did. Here he goes. Let's see here.
A new battle.
The Midway. The new Midway.
But it's not. It's
Rocky D-Day on the Midway. No, it's
Rocky
it's
Mountain
a Rocky
Nationals.
Mountain Nationals.
So
D-Day on the Midway, April 15th.
So there's another national event on April 15th. Now you're going from battle in the Midway to battle in the parking lot. Which one are you going to?
Oh my God. You got to be kidding me.
But it's tax day, so some people could be getting a refund and going, or some people could be paying and not going. Which how your accountant figures it out.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Another national tournament.
Another national tournament. I'm not a fan of jumping in on the first year on a tournament when it's a mixed boys and girls.
The thing is, I will give them a little credit, even though I think it's a money grab and I get mad at them. Rocky Mountain Nationals knows how to throw a tournament. They know how to do it. They know how to get every penny out of you they can, which is their job. That's what they do for a living, is run tournaments. You want to change weights? That's $15. You want to weigh in early? That's $20. You want to do this? That's another. In addition to the $50 or $60 you already entered. You already paid to enter.
Yeah.
So I know Battle of the Midway was a thing. Is D-Day on the Midway? Isn't that a little disrespectful to what happened in World War II?
It has none has nothing to do with the other. It has nothing to do with the other. Like, I don't know. People don't care. Our military duels are ready to go, by the way. Registration's opening up tomorrow.
When are they?
2 weeks. May 25th.
Oh, so they're not April 15th, like D-Day on the Midway?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't saying they're disrespectful to your tournament.
No. I'm saying historically
D-Day.
Historically inaccurate. Yes, it's historically inaccurate. Yeah. So, but anyhow, yeah. But I'm just saying. I'm just chiming in. Our military duels are May 25th. It's a block away from the beach. It's going to be at South Torrance High School. Donnie Garrett's hosting it. You put your own teams together. You pick your branch of the military. You get a singlet with that branch of the military on it, and you come out and wrestle representing that team, that branch. So we've had
girls freestyle,
boys folk style. It's a random draw tournament. Yeah, I would every time I put boys freestyle, nobody shows up. As soon as I put folk style, boom, fills up. Um,
Yeah.
but it's a random draw tournament, just like we did last year. People seem to like it. So before each duel, a ball is drawn. It determines whether or not it's a takedown duel or a regular match duel. And then in the placing rounds, every match is a random draw. So you don't know until you get up there whether you have a takedown match or actual match. And so we keep team scores, and yeah, it's make your own teams. Anybody from anywhere, so anybody can put anybody on their team and come out and wrestle. Last year, uh, Somar won it, and we had to battle it out with a young, very capable Great 1-8 team, which had like Katya Osteen, had Lena Para, had
San Fernando heavy, right?
it was Sapnano heavy with uh with Osteen and some other girls in there. And man, it was tough, but we brought it out, so it was good. But it should be a banger. I mean, it. I know
That
Bowers
was.
says Bowers wants a team. I know Matt Furr's got a team.
You think he
Uh,
doesn't want a team? He's got
um,
to rebuild, man.
yeah, he said. um, then oh, Mike Kim has a team. So people build your team up. If you a lot of the coaches too, realize a lot of coaches have military experience. If you got a coach who is a SEAL and they want a Navy SEAL singlet, well, we've done it. You want a Ranger singlet, we've done it. We'll do whatever. If you peel potatoes in the Navy and you want a Navy potato peeling, unit, I will make the singlet. I don't have a problem with it. We put the first 4 designs up, but people, but you got 2 weeks to register, so we can get it figured out. We capped it off, I think, at 20 teams. I think, yeah, 20 teams. Whatever those 20 teams are, if it's 20 girl teams, if it's 18 boy teams and 2 girl teams, like whatever it is, it's going to be 20 teams, so we can make sure that it just runs. As soon as we get those teams filled up, boom, we will randomly draw the brackets. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody will know they won't know who's on each team, but you'll have at least a bracket set up where you'll know how it's going to fill in. So it's a good time. The kids have a blast. The dual format people love,
Yeah,
and just
it
that
was
random
fun.
draw.
It was
You know,
far, but it was fun.
yeah. Last year we tried to reach out. It didn't
It
work
was
out. It was just playing with
it
the
was
system.
it was far and out and halfway there.
Yeah, yeah. We did it out. Yeah, at Carter last year, but
It was a
it was
good venue. I mean, great gym,
yeah,
all that. But
yeah. When we had it at Santa Ana, it was pushing the limits of Santa Ana for sure, because we had 22 teams, and it was like, whoa, man, this is tight. But Santa Ana always just steps up for us. Tim does a great job. Coach Glab does a great job for us. But yeah, we think having it at South Torrance is going to be good. It's a block away from the beach, Memorial Weekend. People could come out and wrestle and spend some time at the beach and have a good time. So should be good. But and we give the option too of singlet or 2-piece. So it's $10 more if you want a 2-piece. It's $45 a wrestler for a singlet. It's $55 a wrestler for the 2-piece. Come out and wrestle, like I said. So, and it's high school weights plus 2. So, yeah, fill it up. Let's get it going. Have some fun with it. But
nice.
got anything else for us, Josh?
No, exciting. We'll have a lot to talk about with Freestyle State next week.
Mm-hmm.
All the great refereeing that's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, 2 things too before we go. Number 1, prayers to Heaven Jerez. Heaven broke her back. Got a broken back. So she's healing up right now. She's doing good. She doesn't have any mobility issues except for she's in pain. She wears a brace.
Yeah.
And
Also, the Gianna Anaya too.
what's
She's
going on
out
with her?
for quite a while with a concussion.
Oh
I guess
no!
she wrestled the Beat the Streets thing. I don't know if she got it before that or during it, but she's out for quite a while. Like her 3rd or 4th concussion.
I didn't see her there yesterday.
No.
No, I didn't see her. So it must have been something else. I don't know.
No.
Maybe she was there.
No. It was. I think it was Beat the Streets.
Oh, at the gala.
at the one where she wrestled with the senior level girls because she didn't look right.
Hmm.
You know,
Dang.
even wrestling, I didn't even know who that girl was. She wrestled and she got
hit pretty good,
handled.
Huh?
Yeah, handled. So
okay. Well, yeah, prayers out to her. And lastly, one of our dads, Casey Bush. Casey is he went in to have something removed. Kirsten Bush is on the Somar team. She's out in Utah. She's not in California. She's a Utah girl, but we've tried to help her as much as we can in California. They've been great. They've always driven out for everything. But Dad Casey went in to have something moved off his thyroid. They removed it. His lungs started filling up with fluid. They couldn't get it going. Had to intubate him. Had to put him in a coma. It wasn't doing great. And then now it looks like he's on the upswing. So hopefully that continues. So prayers to them. We love them. They're awesome people, good people. So hopefully it continues to be moving up from there. But other than that, hope everybody else is healthy. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you let everybody know about us. Like us on iTunes and Google Play. And again, thanks, Josh, for this weekend. Appreciate it again, bud.
No problem.
And
it was a good time.
Everybody coming out. We'll announce the next one. But other than that, see you guys later.